Hi everyone. In this video we'll assemble a snowmobile from the game called Rust. This video arrived a bit late as it has been filmed yet in winter, and in order not drive it to the last minute I decided to post it. The construction is quite simple. The frame will be assembled using square tubes. Its width was determined by the width of previously made tracks. The axis for the first wheel was prepared. It was made for a power barrow a great while ago. It seems to me that the slide bushings like the original ones are a bad idea. We used the insert bearings for the axis. In order to fix the wheels on the axis you need to weld the wheel hubs to the axis. A piece of pipe of some suitable size will compensate for a gap between the axis and the hub. A new chain drive sprocket of a larger size from the motorcycle was welded onto the old one. Now we need to try on the wheel. We'll put a 17 horsepower engine with a centrifugal clutch. The chain fitted in perfectly, we didn't even have to cut it. We fixed the engine and tried to start it. Everything indicates that this will work eventually. The second axis must be movable so it could tension the track. For this purpose I made the oval holes and welded the fixed stop from the angle bar. The insert bearings of the rear axle will be located on these movable platforms. The rear axis construction completely replicates the front one. The straining tie will be made with the help of this twin nut stud. It's time to try on a homemade track. Its width is 400 millimeters. It'll be knitted with an overlap. For additional convenience we knitted it with a tow line and a tire lever. The torque appeared to be smooth and easy. We started the engine again to check the entire structure. Everything works great. The only problem was that we were head over heels in work and completely forgot to remove the stand. To solve it we decided to cut the stand and pull it out of the track. The snowmobile track's assembly is ready. Now we can move to the steering control and skis. The pivots for the skis will be made of a pipe sleeve and two couplings. The couplings will be connected by a piece of pipe. There'll be a pipe in the pipe sleeve. It is a future axis for the skis for more reliable connection. We'll make electric rivets. The steering arms will be welded to the axis from above. A bracket for the ski's fastening will be welded from below. The ski will be made of 2 mm slab. A shaped tube will serve as a stiffening rib on which the body spring will be welded for redemption. The ski will be mobile. For this purpose, the fixators will be welded to the body spring. The steering arms will be connected to each other by the steering gear connection. In order to continue our work on the steering mechanism, we need to find out the hood height to know the actual height of the steering column. The arches for the front casing will be bent from the pipe. Now we can start assembling the steering column. It'll also be made in a simple way. The column will be made of a pipe sleeve and a thread-appropriate coupling. With the help of a pipe sleeve, we connected it to the steering gear connection. The last element of the steering gear will be a steering wheel. It was welded from the pipe scrap. Before welding it in its place, we need to find out the seat height. Its frame was welded from the shaped tubes. Knowing the seat height, we can weld the steering wheel. It's not more difficult to ride and turn rather than on a factory snowmobile. Now we only need to encase the seat and make a couple of decorative elements. Almost forgot about the brakes. We took them from another snowmobile. The front casing will be made of tin. Also didn't forget about the front handle. It was very helpful during the snowmobile turning. The seat frame was encased by plywood with a foam rubber for any least comfort. It remains to connect the gas handle, to color the entire construction a bit, and we can test a homemade snowmobile from rust. It turned out well. I'd rather say very well in case of Safari Variator installation, for example. After all, we got a completely worthwhile device. By the way, it turned out to be almost a copy of the game model. Thanks everyone for your attention. If you like this video, don't forget to put your thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment, and also make reposts. See you in the new video.